Get ready to get wet on the dump truck. That's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You now must be wearing a poncho every time you get aboard the voicemail dump truck because we are the wettest podcast this side of the Mississippi. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up, fuckle up, and let's get rocking and rolling.
If you walked into a ride at Universal Studios and you saw like the paint on the seats that said like you're going to get so wet here, so wet there, would you sit in any of those rows, and would you perhaps sit in the front row?
Absolutely avoiding getting wet at all costs, especially at a place where we're going to be walking around all day.
Would you place a wet bet?
Would you place a wet bet? Let's say it was the end of the day. You're going to go back to the hotel room after this.
End of the day, depending on the weather.
You're going to get some buffalo wings or something first.
Yeah, and you have to go poop really bad. You have to go
in the
poop
restaurant.
Like super bad.
Why is this
you're almost
such
about
a
to shit your
specific
pants.
situation? It's almost as if this has happened before to somebody among us.
Almost like we might have very explicit footage of what happened going up on the website.
Really good wings, though. You know,
I don't want that. I really enjoyed them. They were very
my
good.
Skeleton was too busy shaking throughout that, so I don't remember how they tasted.
Where did we go again? James Cameron.
That was
Cameron's Margaritaville.
NBC Grill.
Yeah, it was like the NBC Sports Wingatorium or something.
Yeah, it looked like it used to be a Buffalo Wild Wings.
We did Bubba Gump's. We did Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. We did the NBC Sports
All the stars are here.
Yes. A bunch of artisan restaurants in Los Angeles.
We ate the whole
Buca
city.
de Beppo?
Yes.
Buca de Beppo.
We
are cultured.
We
are so cultured.
All right.
It was
I got to start hanging out with you guys more, I think.
We had a really good time.
Uh-huh.
Corona Ritas?
Oh, yeah.
I had a flight of something. I don't remember.
You drank a lot of blue? Yeah.
I did. So much blue.
Living that Navi life, yeah.
That's exactly.
I love how, like, if someone listened to the Bombcast and then this, it was just like, wow, they are literally still talking about the time they had out there.
We're trying not to talk about Nick Ivory. We'll do our best, all right? We'll do our best.
Did we explain the Seven of Diamonds trick on the Bombcast? I don't remember.
Yes. Lemon fruit, lemon dollars. All it does, okay, all it does, my friends, is twist the FOMO knife even deeper into my heart.
You were running around on a beach in Mexico or something.
First of all,
telling Dylan that sharks aren't real.
What I was doing is irrelevant.
Gallivanting.
Yeah, you were gallivanting across the globe. You were an international man of mystery while we were working.
Yeah, you were doing your hitman side job.
Yes.
Whatever winds up being the truth about where I was and what I was doing is irrelevant.
We were on the clock.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I was getting paid. Don't get me wrong. I was getting paid.
We were quite literally doing our jobs.
Yeah, no, it's good. I miss you guys a lot.
That's why I asked Backler, because I knew you told me, hey, I'm having FOMO, like really bad FOMO. But the alternative is you come and then you're front row at a wet bet and you got to deal with that because there's no way you're getting out of that. Like that was collectively as a group, we all decided this is what we're doing to each other, and you would have had to be right there alongside us.
I died.
I got wet where I was, but like it doesn't seem like it was part of some sort of bet.
Yeah. It was not part of the plan starting that day. I did not realize that was going to happen.
We keep preemptively trying to put wet bet over, or organically it will happen once the video comes out.
Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah, we're priming the waters.
Yeah,
we're definitely
We don't want to throw someone on the deep end with shoot and work, and I am now unable to take this out of my regular shoot vernacular. I dropped this amongst people that have no idea about wrestling, and then just stared at me.
Called my kids gimmicks in front of my wife the other day. So we're there.
My wife and I were constantly just shoot, work, kayfabe, like nonstop. I mean, she works WWE now. Like it's just nonstop.
Well, there it makes sense.
Right, but that's the thing. You work there, and you come out the other side like way more.
Brain
like
broken,
that's how you talk.
Apparently.
Yeah.
That's great. Have I ever told you guys about the whole thing with me where like I see people
dead people?
No,
you have the Sixth Sense?
Nope. This isn't a Haley Joel Osment situation. This is
sorry. Confuse you with him all the time.
I understand. This is a situation where I may have described this before. This is a real life thing. You can ask my wife about it. If I don't see someone for like, yes, thank you. If I don't see someone for like 3 months, 6 months, whatever, even a year, whenever I see this person again, they will ask me if I've lost weight.
You mentioned this, yes.
So it happened again today.
Are you a thinner? Are you doing the thinner thing? Or are you cursed by a?
I do wear a lot of black, so perhaps because black is so slimming. So I had a physical this morning, and my doctor is like, "Did you lose weight?" And I'm like, "Motherfucker, you have my weight in front of you. You know what I weigh.
You have an apparatus literally in this room to measure this thing. You don't have to
like,
eyeball
don't
it.
do that. That's not. I don't need to hear that from you. I weigh exactly the same thing I weighed last year. What is going on? What is happening?
that's
Why
not
is
as
this
weird.
happening to me?
Well, okay, you're one to talk because you said something so weird once that I've remembered it like 6 years later. I don't think I've ever brought this up. Me, you, and Vinny were standing outside the studio at the Giant Bomb East studio.
Wait,
And
we're out. We're in on the street or like
no,
outside.
we're like outside. We're like in the hallway outside the studio.
Got it.
And you were looking at me all weird, and then you looked at Vinny, and you looked back at me, and kind of looked me up and down a little bit, and looked at Vinny, and you're like, to Vinny, you said, sometimes when you look like, is he like taller sometimes? What the fuck does that mean?
You know, Mitch has short guy energy. I think Backlar might have fat guy energy, as suggested by our rules in chat. I think that's what's happening.
We'll get back to that in a second.
Energies.
But this is true about Dan. Dan,
What are you talking about?
You know,
Dude,
okay. Now that you
his
mention
posture
it,
is sometimes fucked up. Your posture sometimes fucked up.
when I
Yes,
saw
and there
Dan in LA, I'm like, did Dan get taller? I thought this too.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
I did. I shoot
You're
thought
working.
this.
You're
real.
working.
No. I shoot thought this. I'm like, oh, maybe I just got shorter. Maybe it's because I'm not wearing shoes, which it could
It's
have been.
gravity. Yeah.
Why would I get taller and shorter?
Because I genuinely think you have like different posture sometimes.
Well, okay, there was a time, and I remember I was doing physical therapy back then on like back stuff, and my posture sucks.
it could
And I
be
think they
it.
did tell me to try to stand up straighter, so there might have been
Yes,
something.
and then
going on
occasionally
there.
you go into goblin mode and you're like,
Yeah,
and you bend
yeah.
over when you're working on something. Yeah.
Yeah.
You so badly want just a series of question marks in the height field on your collector's card. Like it's
Blood
true
type
though. Like you genuinely have like a variable height. I think yes, is fat guy energy from my situation? Perhaps. I also think people just have like a huskier like mental vision of
because
me.
of the energy.
And maybe, but like these are people who see me in a physical space, and then I see them later on, and they're just like, "Hey, whatever you're doing, keep doing it." I'm like, "Fuck you, psycho!
Yeah.
I weigh the same amount."
Honestly, people should probably just stop doing that in general, right? They'll be like, "Hey, did you lose weight?" Because what if someone lost weight for a bad reason?
Yeah, like,
That'd be
I'm sick. Yeah, like something like that.
Yeah, I did lose weight. I can't eat food anymore.
I have
Yeah.
Good
two
call.
tapeworms.
That's a bad.
Thanks.
Yeah, 2 tapeworms. It's a bad move. I don't think people should do it anymore.
Mr. McClinkledink has it right in the chat. Just never talk about weight ever. Just don't do it. Because sooner or later you're gonna like accuse someone of being pregnant who isn't. You're gonna do something who's like you're gonna do something terrible. Just don't. Just
What about
don't.
like if someone gets jacked though? Like I think that's fine, right? Like if you saw me in LA, Jan, and I was just like fucking 220, just ripped.
Well,
like
what
that,
if you
could
got
say something?
What if you got really sad though, and that's why you got sad
Yeah,
jacked?
depressed jacked. Yeah.
Yeah,
I would probably
or
still
like,
want to hear that like my work is paying off.
or you're just
Okay.
like a gland is run amok in my body and I can't.
The slider went the wrong way.
You pour the wrong powders into your water, and it's like,
That's
oh
it.
no.
Yeah.
I'm now creatine dependent. Help me. Look, anyway, I just thought that was like a wild thing. I don't mind it because it's like it's fine. It's like this big joke now, but it happens so often that I will literally like look at my wife when it happens and she is just like barreled over in laughter because I started pointing it out. She thought I was crazy. And then it was like, all right, this is maybe a thing. Fat guy energy. Anyway, 707 exit flu. That's the phone number for the call-in show that this is. This is a call-in show. This is a podcast call-in show. Leave us a voicemail. I'm so glad to be back with you all. How did it go? How was the voicemail dump truck in DreamHack? How did that go?
A lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah, I did my best. We worked with Emma and Belly. They were great. We answered all the questions. We went a bit fast, but I don't know. It was a good time. It was cool to have all those questions like in front of an audience in live setting. It was a good time. I really enjoyed it.
And it's always great to see people that are unfamiliar with the questions and the just the general vibe of the
Yes.
callers and stuff.
Yes.
React to it live on stage. That was fun. They were great.
It's always
Love
a
getting
good
them back on
sign
there.
when you pop the boys in the back, and like the production team were just smiling and giggling with each other. I'm like, hee, this is a fun show. I like
you
this a
like
lot.
that.
I'm
It
like,
was sell out at the monitor. Yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know-
Curtain. Yeah.
I was in Gorilla the whole time. Now
You
that
were?
I think
Yes,
about
you
it.
were. You were in
All
Gorilla.
right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still a proponent that we should just have headsets and walkie-talkies amongst ourselves whenever we go to events now.
Sure.
That'd be
I would-
sick.
you know what? Walkie-talkies would be fun. We should definitely do that.
There we go.
I want more walkie-talkies.
Clipboards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What was that?
it was tough because it's like it was a live audience. The day before there were a lot more kids, so like we start getting some of those voicemails. I'm like, what age rating can I go for here? And then we started talking about Luigi's dick. I'm like, we have to just throw that all out. We have to go deeper on the dick, and we did. We successfully navigated those waters.
When I was going to check the voicemails, the first one I found was talking about renaming someone in Final Fantasy Cumrag. So I couldn't
Yes.
include
Oh
that,
my God.
but then somehow the conversation went to Luigi's Wang.
I mean, as it always does.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing Luigi's Wang this Saturday when I view for the first time the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Hey,
I heard it makes
people
a
are
cameo.
horny for Luigi in that movie. Have you guys seen this?
What?
They think
It
he's
just
sexy.
sounds like some Kotaku thing.
Well, I think it was
I like
probably
that. That's
a Kotaku
a thing now.
I mean,
that's
I
on the
mean,
Dan
you're right.
Record
That's right.
soundboard. now.
That's what it is. Like, oh, I sucked Mario's ass. Kotaku headline.
That is the site that taught me about vagina bread, which I still have never gotten over.
What?
In Japan, they have vagina bread. I don't know. It's a whole thing. Yeah,
It is
I
a
think
whole
it was probably a Kotaku article, but like they're like, oh, comparing Luigi to the dad from Inside Out, which also apparently people are horny for. And
Of
yeah,
course.
people want to do it with Luigi. So-
People want to do it with Luigi, the dad from Inside Out, fucking King Triton from Little Mermaid. They want
I mean,
fucking
can you
real
blame
bad.
I mean, listen, that's a zaddy.
I didn't know about this until recently. We were watching Little Mermaid with my kid for the first time, and Stacy's like, "Have you heard about the whole thing with Ariel? Where they're like, Ariel, you dumb bitch, what are you doing? You shouldn't go.
No,
shouldn't go
stop,
out.
stop.
You should
No,
stay at
stop,
home."
stop. Backlord, stop. What are you saying? Say it again.
There's a whole movement apparently online where everyone's like, Ariel,
No, that's
stay
the
with
right there.
daddy.
Stop. What
with
name are you saying?
Wait.
Ariel.
You idiot. What are you
Ariel.
doing?
Ariel,
Okay.
Ariel. Okay, that I'll admit. Ariel. Everyone just take a fucking breath. Everyone
All
take a
right.
breath.
Okay, I'm good.
I
I
have
just
a good
needed a second.
friend.
I just needed a
I have a
second.
good
Okay.
friend named Ariel.
Okay. All right.
I have a
You know
good
what?
friend named Ariel.
We can
And
just
there are
move
guys
past this.
named
I'm sorry.
Mario. That
Spelled
doesn't
the
make it
same.
right.
Spelled the same.
Can I share
Ariel.
a fun fact
Her name's
after
Ariel.
this?
Sorry, Backler. I'm sorry.
Her
I
name's
was
Ariel.
deeply upset, but I'm satisfied by that explanation. You may continue.
Thank you. I'm glad we fucking avoided that landmine.
Yes. close.
Everyone's like, "Hey, go stay with daddy. Daddy's a sexy zaddy. What are you doing? Don't get feet. Don't go to the surface. Okay? That's a fork. This is that.
Excuse me,
Stay
thingamabob.
with King Triton."
Call me an old codger, but I've never understood the whole one to
Don't know
have
what
sex
that
with
means.
cartoons thing.
You
Yeah,
never saw
I'm-
Nala do the look?
What?
Nala from Lion King. You never saw her do the come hither. There's other terms
I
for
saw that movie. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's for me. Other people have pointed this out to me, and I agreed with them.
Can I share a fun fact about the Little Mermaid?
Please.
In the Broadway version, or at least in local musical theater, to make it look like they're swimming, they'll wear Heelys.
That's
So
cool.
they're gliding on stage. That's it.
That's real cool.
That is very cool.
That's
that,
neat.
if someone was like probably in charge of like what's the easiest way, the most efficient way to make it look like you're gliding, and Heelys was the answer. And
I'm so glad-
that
That
just
makes
speaks to the brand. It speaks to the power of the
It
brand.
does. I'm glad Healy's found a use case.
Again.
Other
what
than
I'm
looking
glad.
very cool.
Yeah, totally.
Oh man,
Um,
think about how we'd be cruising through Universal if we all had Heelys.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
I always wanted to get those shoes that were had the grind
The
pads on
soap
them.
shoes? No, don't.
Yeah.
Oh, those are dope.
What do
Yeah,
they do?
and I'm like, they basically it's like they have the grind rail like metal built into the arch of the shoe, so you can like hop on a bar and grind it just like a
It is
character in a
not-
video game.
It is.
That sounds like a great way for me to wind up in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think
Oh,
that's
for
I think
sure,
it's
you for sure, but
exclusively what it accomplished. Yes.
Yeah.
But you could do it. Like you could. I've seen people do it.
I
You've seen like Cirque du Soleil actors do it,
No,
but
no,
anyone
like
else?
if you had a waxed curb like they used to wax for skateboards and stuff, you could feasibly do it. Jan?
I can tell you,
I did do
I could
it.
not.
No.
Oh, Jan did do it.
Yeah.
Jan's cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
Jan
a
is
child,
cool.
you know. So.
Yeah.
Jan's without a doubt the coolest person on this show.
Nonsense.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
It's not even
Yeah.
close.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say I probably give off himbo energy when we were talking about energy before, like or himbo adjacent, you know.
Okay. I'll take any other energy, by the way. Like if it's for sale, like I'll buy it.
If they're doing a draft and you could like draft the energy you want, yeah, totally.
Jan have a punch out hoodie? Is that a pink Little Mac
No,
hoodie?
oh, it's just pink. It's just pink.
So
that
yes.
looks like a Little Mac hoodie.
Yeah.
Hey,
It
hey,
does.
You know, we should
sick.
all get pink jumpsuits.
Well, we should also get the
Sweatsuits.
colored hoodie for our characters that match up for
Four Swords Fiesta.
connectivity compadres. I got there. I
Yes.
got there.
Nice. Nice.
Yes. That's a good.
All
bit.
right.
I'm sorry we derailed with all the things. Let's actually get into the voicemails.
Oh,
Sure.
right.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
Is that-
Okay.
all right, very good. We've got a selection of voicemails
Are we live?
today. Yep, we're live. We've started the show, Dan.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
You ready?
Yep. Hey, everyone.
We're gonna get through like 10 or so. We're gonna get to every single one. There's not that many. We're gonna get to every single goddamn one, and we're gonna start off with you, Dan Reichert.
Oh, good Lord. All right. Let's go with got good butter, though.
I knew you were gonna do that.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna call you guys out on your crap about like, oh, you're elitist coastal people, because you got grub holds me down the middle. Respect. But when you come on and tell me, you just go buy a croissant. Fucking no, I can't. I live in rural Kentucky. I gotta make that shit myself, man. Come on, we can't just buy croissants in the middle of nowhere. We got good butter though.
Okay.
Ohio's basically Kentucky.
I'll say
No.
that it does get a little bit a little grimmer when you go from like as you go south towards Kentucky from Ohio. So no, but it did take me a while to find the grocery store that like had like a reliable bakery that does like make croissants every day. Because apparently Kroger, which like would be the big chain in this area, they refused to come back to Northeast Ohio because a union happened once and they freaked out. And this was like 30 years ago. They're like, we're never going back there because unions scare us. So I found the one, Giant Eagle. They have a good bakery. I just go there. I can imagine if like you kind of have a lot of those older grocery stores that are just like, this is family owned. If it's a Rikers market. I don't know. Did you guys sell croissants at Rikers Market? I don't know why I'm asking you.
I think we
just
did.
realized what I was doing.
No, I think we did.
Okay.
Yeah. No, we sold the like Pillsbury, like the tubes that would.
Well,
you could-
yeah.
Yeah.
That-
we didn't
yes.
like make them.
Okay. Well, yes.
Yeah.
My grocery store, they would make them now. But
Okay.
I think those tubes are fine. People should not look down their nose at the tubes.
They taste great.
Yeah, totally. Pillsbury's great.
Cinnamon rolls from a tube. That's the way to
They're
go.
good.
It's great.
And the
They're
tube's
very
fun
good.
because like you unwrap it and then you hit it against the corner and it explodes and it
It's really
scares
cool.
everyone around you, including yourself.
Yeah. And then you get to eat cinnamon rolls.
Feels,
Yeah.
it does feel like that stuff though is sort of.
I mean,
Probably-
it's carcinogen. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
carcinogen. Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
it just seems like
What
it's
is
in
it?
a category
Right.
that's like only allowed to be consumed in America and nowhere else. Like that's what it feels like. I don't know that to be true for sure, but it feels like that. You know what I
They're
mean?
just afraid of tube technology in Europe. Like this is why they're so far behind in
Sure.
the space race.
Yes.
And simultaneously, I feel bad that we assume that any, average Joe could just go out and buy a croissant.
it's
I
the
was under
coastal elite
impression-
in me.
Yeah.
I guess
very,
so.
yeah, Backlar living up New York City boy, high society. Like, yeah, he's got croissants in every corner. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't have that.
Me
Yeah,
in
like,
San
I
Francisco, where tech CEOs are just getting stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you guys? Do you guys have quick access to Cronuts,
Yes.
No.
croissant donuts?
Yeah.
These are
I bet you I do. Yeah.
because I had one of these when we had GameSpeed did an event at this Los Angeles hotel thing once, and they had a donut or like a whole bakery shop like right there, and they had croissants. Or I'm sorry, Cronuts, and I've been obsessed ever since. And tell you what, they don't make those in Ohio. No one's known about those. No one here knows about them at all. So I've just kind of been on this, island alone here, desperate for Cronuts.
This is why I can't leave. This is why I'm
What
never
else do
going to
you
own a
want,
home.
Grub? What can I send you? Like, what can I get you?
Have you had a mochi donut?
No,
I don't think so, but I want that now.
Oh,
These
boys.
coastal boys.
Yeah.
These Joe Biden voters with their cronuts.
Yeah. Totally. Hell yeah.
What's a mochi donut?
Okay, so it looks like I put in a bad link again. A mochi donut looks like a teething ring, but it's like a very chewy, light, airy donut.
Shit.
Yeah,
Ooh. Okay.
it's good.
I'm all over this. And searching that also let me know where I can get one of these within 7 miles.
Backlord, just go to the place that I sent you those crazy ass pastries from on UPF a couple weeks ago.
No, we can actually never go back there ever again.
Ooh, okay. I actually have one of these not too far from me, or a mochi nut Westlake. Does that sound right? Mochi nut?
Yeah, totally.
I'm searching
Okay.
Google Maps for mochi nut.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, Jan, there's literally 3 places within 10 miles that
There
can
you go,
supply a
baby.
mochi donut.
I'm going. Oh,
The kids
they're
will love
fire.
Mochi nut's a real thing. Wow.
Yeah, all right. Good job. This is a
Nope.
successful.
Yeah, we
Zero
did
mochi
good
nuts
here.
in Connecticut. I need to go to Yonkers.
Oh, that's close, right?
New
Wait,
York?
New
What?
City? There's a new city, New York?
Yeah.
Wait a
Oh, okay.
minute.
I can go to New City,
New
which
Donk.
is just northwest of New York. Huh.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, they're also gluten free.
4.9
Wonderful.
stars. All right. Mochi nut.
Yonkers.
I love
I'm
it.
sorry. Now I'm thinking of Tyler. the
Oh,
Creator.
also Korean corn dogs are all. I mean, is a hot dog gluten free? But
A hot dog, the meat part,
Yes.
absolutely. Yes.
okay, I don't know. I don't know what goes in
The
a hot
tube
dog.
again. Once again, the tube technology.
The
It's far advanced.
the
Space age.
casing around a Korean hot dog is gluten free because it uses rice flour instead. It's a little crunchier.
Mm.
Ooh.
You know, I'm sure there's something, caller, that you can get where you live. They said they were in
Yes,
Kentucky.
I can't get
Bourbon.
good barbecue here.
Yeah. I can't
that's
can't
where we
get
got you in the
ultra
Midwest.
right beer
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
I live. You know, maybe that is something you could get. Have you heard about ultra right beer?
No.
Ultra right?
Oh wait,
Yeah,
is this the new thing because everyone's mad about Bud Light?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like it's $30 a
Oh,
six
Bud
pack.
Bud
Light's
Light's
They
great.
just
What's the problem with Bud Light?
there's no
too
problem. There
woke.
is no problem.
It's
No,
gay
thank you.
beer. It's gay beer, Dan.
Yeah, they gave
What?
It's gay beer. Did I stutter? It's
sent
gay
a
beer.
Six-pack, a custom six-pack to a trans person, and so everyone's freaking out over on the right wing, and they're like, "Oh, I'm not gonna drink Bud Light anymore." Except for most, like, there's a bunch of like cool people who are like, "Who gives a shit? It's Bud Light. That's all
Bud
I'm ever
Light
drinking.
kicks
That's all I'm
ass.
ever gonna drink."
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's-
Light's the
start.
best.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's just so awesome. Kid
Ultra-right.
Rock like annihilated like a 30 rack of Bud Light with like a machine gun, and everyone's like,
What an
dude,
idiot.
it's the best timeline ever right now. There you go, Dan.
Point in chat. Bud Light. It's gay beer for guys who don't like Bush. That's pretty
nice.
good point.
Oh.
Very good, very good.
But yeah.
Holy shit balls! All right,
According to
moving
every
along.
person on the East Coast I've ever met, I can never get a good bagel here. So there's another thing.
Mm.
That
Right.
yeah,
That's true.
East Coast is really good for this. San Francisco is better than Midwest. I grew up on like what is like a hockey puck by comparison, just this dry, just hard circle. And San Francisco not bad, but New York much better.
So Einstein bagels, not real bagels.
They're fine. They're fine.
I mean, I'm fine.
It's
Guys,
better
it's not
than
gonna
no
hurt my
bagel.
feelings. I'm
better
not
than
an
no bagel.
Einstein brother.
Better than no
Dude,
bagel.
yeah, it's better than no bagel. Is it though?
Yeah.
It's like
Hey.
you're just like, hey, you know, if you don't have a fork, at least you have your hands like that. You know, like,
Vis-a-vis, I'd
sure.
say
Yeah.
a burrito's better than no burrito.
True.
I don't know.
True.
Meat tubes.
Oh man, oh man.
Meat wraps, pal.
Meat wraps.
I'll have one of your finest meat wraps, Jeff Grubb. Please pick the next voicemail.
Yeah, I could do that. I'm getting back into Jesus.
Oh, me too.
I haven't been involved in any kind of church in a while, and I kind of forgot just how metal that shit is. I drove by the church, and they were doing, I guess, an Easter production out in the lawn, and it was just 5 dudes in armor beating the shit out of this hobo. It was like, I had to pull over to watch it. It was a whole backyard wrestling extravaganza. That shit's dope. I think I'm getting back into Jesus.
Oh my God, that's so good. What a great take.
What story from the Bible is that? Is that the Easter story? Is the one where he's just that is the one where he like
There's the ghost. He's a spooky
the whole
ghost,
spooky
man.
ghost. He goes in
Thing
the
is
hole.
based on him getting the shit beat out of him.
Right,
and put
yeah,
on the
there he
cross.
gets, right up on the cross. But yeah, okay, cool. Man,
I'll say this: I've grown up in Catholic school and everything, and having to just like distract myself while sitting in church every week. Stained glass looks pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Like,
That's why
the
it's in
depictions of all the
Resident
signs of
Evil.
the cross and all that stuff. Like
right.
stained
We
glass
should probably have
is pretty
stained glass
cool.
in our homes, right? That we're missing something.
Well, I don't know how well it
You do
insulates,
that?
but
Oh, yo, stained
pane.
glass is going to be the new neon sign for gamers.
Oh
Yeah.
hell yeah! Let's do it. It's gonna be like a Red Bull in stained glass, the Virgin Mary.
art is like, yeah, it's just art, right? I mean, come
Yeah, it looks
on.
awesome. And
So,
churches,
yeah.
also churches look cool as hell too. Go to any European city, and the coolest building in town is gonna be a big ass church.
Other than the Wendy's.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, a lot of conflicting opinions about this time of year with stories and whatnot. I gotta say, finding out firsthand, maybe parts of my family are not that open to hearing about whether or not the Jews were actually ever in Egypt at all, and what is Passover and all that stuff.
Oh, that's fun. That's what the weird uncles care about in Jewish families, like over Passover.
Like, I'm just such a dumb idiot. Like, I don't know why I open my mouth with the,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. You know what it is? It's because my kid is like old enough now where he's like asking very reasonable questions about things, which, you know, I'm very proud of him for having a mind to do that. And, you know, some people are like, well, this is the story of our people. And I kind of just have to assume the position of like, but is it? Right? And that's just tough. You know, it's tough to just slide yourself in there. I should probably just shut the fuck up. But
Like
a part
with
of
a
me,
kid, can you just be like, well, "What do you think?"
well, yeah. Oh, dude, believe me.
The Socratic method, Dan. I think that works pretty well. Yeah.
That's
You get to
what
be
I
like,
was going for.
Dude,
Yeah.
you know, when my kid's like, oh, is there really like a fat guy like traveling the speed of light to deliver
what do you-
9 billion?
okay.
I'm like, what do you think? He's like, no,
Yeah.
that seems insane. I'm like,
Okay.
all right.
But do you think frogs fell from the sky? Well, no.
Exactly.
So-
like,
so
that's what I'm saying. So
Every aspect of this story seems pretty implausible, but the one part where, you know, you were like ancestors were there. That's okay. Sure. Yeah.
it's
Now,
just
if
tough.
Moses was Nick Ivory, I'd believe
No.
everything.
Oh, of course.
Man,
I mean,
I'm buying what he's selling.
Yeah.
do you think Moses did sleight of hand?
Oh,
He probably
totally.
did.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, come on. That was the bread and butter, dude. They were
Yeah.
all
I don't know.
ivories.
Isn't parting a sea like the opposite of sleight of hand? That's pretty overt, isn't it?
Like, yeah. I mean,
It's not like
that
a
is David
slide, like,
Copperfield.
I
Yeah.
hit a card. Or
Hey, we don't know
David
what
Copperfield's
water was
basically
like
done
back
that.
then. You know, water
That's
could be
true.
different back then.
That's
That's
true.
true.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
H23 or H30. My bad. I was going for a joke. I'm
I
just gonna
got the
leave.
joke, man.
Yeah,
it
I'm
hit
just gonna
me.
leave.
It hit me.
Yeah.
It registered.
Dude,
Thank
I
you.
went to Catholic school so long, and I always get Noah and Moses mixed up. What was the main gimmick for each of them? Like Moses was the sea, Noah
boat.
was the rock, the
Noah had the
commandments, right?
Noah's
and
Ark.
wait, Noah had the-
Dan. Ark.
Wait,
Noah had the boat.
Noah,
boat.
Noah's Ark. And
Two
wait, did
animals.
Moses do the sea and the commandments?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
He
shit.
did double
okay.
duty. Yeah.
He like
Double duty.
he led the Jews out of Egypt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
and if
right.
you- yeah.
They both had
Exactly.
they were always depicted with beards, and I always got them mixed up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, look, you take
Like that weird Jedi
in-
on the cover of Heir to the Empire. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, you are one Moses ass looking motherfucker, Dan. Let's be honest. Let's that beard has leadership quality written all over it. For
Sure,
sure.
some rocks, yeah.
I'll carry some tablets. Oh
Two
shit! All right,
iPads.
we must pivot out of the Passover and into Jan's selection for the next voicemail.
Let's just get Jesus out of the way, including Jesus.
Oh, from your mouth.
Hey guys, happy Easter! Happy Easter, DreamHack! Happy Easter, Giant Bomb! Happy birthday, everyone! Including Jesus! I guess. So, what's your favorite Easter food? Like, when you're fooding it up at get-togethers, Passover, and what you like to eat?
I mean, thank you, caller. If
Thank
we're
you,
being
caller.
honest, the only good thing to come out of any of these things is the food. That's my opinion. I can't speak to Easter meals, but I can speak to the 40 plus Passovers that I've experienced. And look, matzo ball soup is just where it's at. I
Yeah,
mean,
matzo ball soup seems real legit.
it's
I don't think I've ever
It is
had it.
good. It is good.
Ooh, all right, we're gonna change that very
I don't think
soon.
I've had matzo ball soup. Yeah, I would love that. I would love that. That would be
Yeah,
great.
we'll figure that out for sure.
It was tasty.
Somewhere with a matzo ball. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never. Easter, having the kids run around with the Easter bunny's fun. It's just a cool thing to have them go outside and do scavenger hunts and things like that. They have a real good time. It's fun to set those up. So I got a bunch of pictures because I was at DreamHack instead celebrating Jesus by talking about Luigi's dick. But other than that, yeah.
Same.
Or that stained glass of
It's
Louis.
just as real. It's just as real. Okay, so tomato, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I've had an Easter meal in.
I was
since
gonna say
2001 or something. Like it was like back in Kansas. My family.
I mean,
yeah.
when I think of Easter meal, I just think of eating fish fillets on Fridays for like a month because you can't eat meat supposedly on Fridays, but who knows now?
I think in school we always had to give up something for Lent, and like it was like a school assignment was like, hey, pick something for 40 days, and like just every year I would just pick something that was. I'm not gonna eat mushrooms for 40 days, which I've never tried them. It's like, oh darn,
That's changed though. You tried mushrooms.
I did.
I got in
That's
trouble
also in an upcoming video.
in the seventh
for you,
grade
bud.
for giving up, and then my teacher was like, "You can't do that."
Oh, really? Trying to work
She
the
was
system.
was trying to work the system and be smart, and sister blah 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 was like,
I gave up
to wish for
candy,
more
and then
wishes,
I
yeah.
the next day I argued that chocolate wasn't candy. And,
Nice.
Come on.
My mom was just like, "What the fuck ever?" All right, and like that was very quickly. She just did not want to deal with me. So
All right. Well, I'm hungry, but I also want to get through this show, so I will pick the next voicemail. Show me what the hell freaking slob is.
Hey, giant dumpers. It's Mike in Akron, Ohio. Just listening to you guys, enjoying the tunes and whatnot, eating some Taco Bell in a Barnes & Noble parking lot.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
And I dumped like half a gallon of Baja Blast down the front of my shirt, and I look like a freaking slob.
That's not the
And I
word
was
for it.
planning to go in, and now I don't know what to do. Napkins didn't help, and if my better half was here, she would be embarrassed. So I need some guidance on how to handle a situation like this. Thanks. Love you.
He's going into work, is that right?
He's going to a Barnes and Noble.
I think he's gonna go purchase a magazine of some sort.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. It's just you're not going to like give a presentation to the boss or something like that. Like it's a Barnes Noble, you're fine. They're lucky that they're still open.
Very, very
Those
fair.
will be just
Actually,
grateful to see you.
I saw one today and I was like, oh, what do you know? Those are still around.
Mine turned into like half of it's like a toy store now. So
Yeah.
it's like, we went there, found a bunch of toys.
Yeah.
I think if you go in there with confidence and you're like, no, I did this deliberately. This is what people do now. This is the fashion. Then I think you can get away with anything.
You can go in without a shirt. That's fine. Like just take the shirt off.
I was going to
Well-
You
say
can't go to
that.
the Starbucks side because no shirt, no shoes, no service. But
Is that company wide or is that a franchise?
that's like any place where there's food. I think you get like because of hygiene, you have to wear a shirt. I know it's backwards. It's just backwards.
Yes, we
It's
live in a
archaic.
It's truly one of the worst ways we've regulated.
It's
I must
stifling.
say.
Yes, absolutely. The oppression is immeasurable.
Caller, I appreciate you being vulnerable with us and talking about your feelings. That's important, and that's what we encourage on this show here. I see it too often. I see people doing embarrassing things, and they are embarrassed, and they can't. Like this morning, I was going to the bagel store after my doctor's appointment
The bagel
because I was feeling skinny, and and I went, and the guy in front of me, there's like outdoor seating, and his shorts pocket caught one of the chairs as he was walking into the restaurant.
Literally one of the worst things that can happen. But yeah,
Okay.
Instant fury. Yeah.
Yes.
He was
just
so
so mad.
embarrassed that he just sort of like turned around and left. And I just felt so bad because I was like, my dude, come on. Like, and I know like some people have crippling fear of like embarrassment, and I get that. I sympathize with this person so much. I should have chased them down and just put my hand on their shoulder and just be like, friend,
Yeah.
we've all been there.
That's dangerous because I would have been so mad. Anytime my clothes get stuck on something, I just dropping things and getting caught on something. I might as well that's the end of the day. I can't talk to anybody anymore.
It's just like the fact that your shorts pocket got caught on the chair. You can't have a bagel now. No, get
feel
back
like a
in there. What?
The bagel will make you feel better.
Yeah. What did you say, Dan?
You feel like a dope, like whenever you fall down or you cause a scene or everyone's looking at you, you know?
It's not like he slipped on a banana peel and a bucket landed on his head. Like, what the fuck, man?
Here's a moment I fucking hated. And like my dad always brings this up as one of the greatest moments of his life because he thinks that I'm incapable of being embarrassed. And this is the only time he says he's ever seen me get embarrassed. And he loved it. We're going in to a Jose Peppers. It's a Mexican chain restaurant in Kansas City.
Sure it is.
Yeah, we could have that.
Yeah. And I was doing this thing where it's like sometimes when I'm just wound up, I'll like just try to embarrass him. And so like there were a couple people in the parking lot or whatever, and I started like walking around him doing this really dumb dance, just like just doing a wacky weird chicken dance and stomping my feet and just looking like a total jackass. This is like 4 or 5 years ago. So I'm a mid-30s man doing this. And he's like, Dan, fucking stop this. People are going to see you. People are going to see you. And this is as we're walking in to the restaurant. I did not realize that it was full on glass doors and directly behind it was the ladies standing there to like greet the hostesses and like the owner. And I opened the door and they're all just staring at me. And one of the girls goes, "Nice moves." And I was like, ooh, I just like shrank to like 2 feet tall. And my dad just was cracking up. And like, then we have to go sit down and eat while they were like serving us. And I was like, oh, I look like such an asshole. My dad was losing it the whole time.
What was the goal? You said you were doing it to embarrass him.
Yeah.
Didn't you succeed? Like, when did it
but
become
then it turned
embarrassing to
into
you?
like me. I had to like
because she zinged you. Is that what it was like? That like when
well, no,
it really
because
got
they
home?
saw me. I didn't know any. I thought it was going to be just like fleeting, like a couple people in the parking lot saw me, and then I don't ever have to see them again.
You did not sustained after the fact. Okay, I could see that.
I didn't want to have to marinate in that. You know.
Sure. Stew in your own juices for sure.
Yeah, that story brings me great joy.
My dad loves it.
It's a good one.
Geese people in the chat saying that's a lot coming from your dad who shit himself in New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean, and who also did things to like balls, right? Like there's a whole.
I'm sorry.
Thing to his balls, right? There was this ball.
Oh, after the vasectomy when he ripped his balls open.
Come on.
So wait,
no, a lot's happened with him.
He ripped his balls open and he cut his penis on a Pringle can or whatever.
It was a Lysol wipes can. Shit his pants in New
Pringle
Orleans.
can of cleaning
and
items.
Again,
yeah, sure.
I can't stress enough. These are all the things I feel comfortable saying on the air. So there are plenty more.
My headphones are underneath a hood that's on. I could not rip them off fast enough.
It's just like, it's just like that scene in Something About Mary where like he zips himself up bad. I could just see that with an officer of the law talking to Paul Riker, like, son, how the hell did this happen? Well, officer, you see.
The amount of times I've witnessed or heard stories of him having to like basically dive out of a car GTA style to like piss all over something. Like, or pissing in numerous lunchboxes, pissing in Pringles cans, just like pulling over on the side of the highway. Like it's just nonstop, just jumping out of cars to pee or pee in things in the car.
Yeah, it's the Paul Riker way. Wouldn't have it any other.
Is that your future, Dan? Peeing?
I'm kind of, I mean, anyone who's done like podcasts with me knows that I'm constantly peeing, you know?
Speaking of pissing.
Yeah.
I can't show this without like, doxing myself. There is new video of my piss run from the bus to the side of my house.
Oh.
Newly uncovered video.
This is like
on next door?
It's a new angle on the Zapruder film. What is
it's a new angle from Kennedy in Dallas. Yeah. Like it's amazing. It's so good. Because it's also from the bus, and everyone's doing commentary and making fun of me, and you can hear you. So we'll share it privately here at the end.
Yes, please.
But boy, anyway, I'm okay. We're okay. We're okay. We will move
We're all
on.
doing okay.
We're all doing all right.
Jan and Jeff, like for shoot, almost saw me shit my pants for the first time, like a week ago. Seriously,
I saw a GIF.
I sent him the GIF.
It was unbelievable. It was like you guys didn't even see it. It didn't stop once I went into the restaurant. It's like it was like a nanosecond away of like me clearing the butthole with my pants and it just ejecting. Like,
did you get the pain, like the weird pain under your belly button?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I was like, every step, I was like, oh god, it's gonna like bounce out. And then I'm just like going in there, and they were like, it's the thing where it's again, I have bad luck with like hostesses. And like two ladies up front, they're just like, hi, and I was like, we went to the bathroom. And they're just like, that way. I go back there. Oh, and there wasn't like a hook for the jacket.
Poo-poo's gonna bounce out. Okay, sir, please just leave us alone.
Oh, and then something got caught on something. I remember it was just a whole thing, and I barely like my belt got caught or something, and then it was
Isn't
just like
it
the
amazing?
Yeah, the human body is amazing. Yes,
It was a photo finish, huh?
Oh my god, yes. Like,
I
I don't
love
think
it.
I was sitting when the ejection started.
and then he just walks out of the restaurant doing the Mr. McMahon, just
Oh yeah.
Brand
He's
new
just
guy.
like rolling on his toes out the door. there.
yeah.
And then, Grub and I
that's
whispered
sick.
to each other, doesn't he look taller?
Yeah, exactly. And scene. Well done, Jan. We went to chat for the next voicemail choice. We are going to get through all these today, which is a blessing, truly,
Will we?
for the holiday season. Oh, maybe not. We've sort of been taking our sweet ass time. I don't know. They chose fingy tips.
Hey, 3 a.m. family, I'm trying this one again. I laughed too much last time. If you were inside Billy Hatcher's giant egg as an adult human, and you didn't have any extra tools, and you probably the eggshell is probably pretty thick, do you think you could bust out of that thing? Would you go for kicking, punching, or would you use them fingy tips? I'm so sorry for that part. I don't know. I can't. Billy Hatcher is play Billy. I'm sorry. Bye.
Billy Hatcher is objectively a funny thing, so I
It
completely. Yes,
I
understand where
got a
this call is coming
question.
from.
Do we have egg white in there with us, or is it just us inside the egg?
Oh, that's so gross. That's a gross question. I
It's
don't
just
know.
a big empty egg.
Okay, just the big empty egg.
It's like being in a hamster ball.
I think it's
Okay.
funnier if we're in there with egg white, but I want to say that we're not because I
Is
want to
it
save
egg though?
ourselves.
Is it? It's just an eggshell. Busting through an eggshell is not hard.
Well,
I don't
but
care how
like
big it
But
is.
if it's a Billy
comparatively,
Hatcher egg,
you know?
here's the thing. Billy Hatcher's egg is
can do
clearly stronger because it's rolling around all the time and not breaking. It's clearly not a normal egg. I
Right.
think if you get down in the narrow part of it, like if you get it stood up like normally and you get down in the narrow part and get some leverage on your back and you just like let's say your car was underwater and you're trying to kick out a
Kick
window.
out the
Like that,
windshield,
that's
right?
the
Because
type
you
of
don't
thing
want to
you
drown
gotta
the
do.
sure. Something I
Yeah,
think about
that's
all
the
the
move.
time. Yeah, of course.
I would do like some JoJo shit where he would just like examine the egg for like 10 minutes and then just do math in his head and be like, the weakest point is here, and just like flick it and the whole egg would like shatter. And
Like Robert
You
Downey
know.
Jr. Sherlock. Sure,
yeah,
yeah.
more or less. Like
Right.
that's how I
Everything
gotta
goes
do
into
it.
slow-mo. You slap the egg on the side of the head.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just to disorient it, of course. Yes.
Right.
I think I probably would start with my fingy tips. I would get in there and start seeing like what layers I could peel away to weaken it, and then I'd go in for the kicks. Yes.
It's like when you're
the windshield
tapping
kick is the move.
It's like when you're tapping a wall with your sword in Zelda to see which one you can
Exactly. I
bomb.
wanna hear
and
the
it's like,
ding,
oh
ding,
wait,
ding,
there we
ding.
go. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
You're picking a lock, basically, right? You know, you're just sort of getting your way in there.
I'd use my mouth.
You'd eat the shell. You try and eat the shell.
No, I'd like wear it away like it's a jawbreaker.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
You just
that's
lick it?
fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think you
this
can
is
get
an
out of a
ASMR
jawbreaker?
podcast now. Everyone, do your egg sucking sound. No, just me. Okay, cool.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If you're inside of a jawbreaker, I do think oxygen would run out before you would get out.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Suckle the shell. That's right, Nolly. That's right.
I have like only recently have I started to get like claustrophobic in weird ways. I was like doing something. I was like fixing something in my car the other day.
Hanging out in
And
coffins.
I was like, yeah, too many coffins, right? I was laying down on my back and like on the floor of my car, and like all of a sudden I felt really scared, and I was like, oh my god, this thing's like crushing me, you know? And I had to like walk away from the situation for a moment.
I don't want to be
know.
trapped in things in general.
No.
In general, I don't want to be trapped in things.
No.
That's why I don't
Yeah.
like tucked sheets at a hotel.
Ooh, I do
Jen.
hate that.
The worst. Who the hell? How's that comfortable?
I don't know.
First thing I do before I unpack, I pull the sheet out of the bottom.
I do get in bed before I realize it, and then I'm like, part of me's like, okay, I've kind of like kicked this. It should have just come out by now. What if it can't? What if I'm just stuck in here?
What if
and
it's sewn to the back?
Yeah, exactly.
Vacuum seals.
I panic. Yeah, it's just sealed or whatever. And then then I do the windshield kick and I kick with all my might and I get out of that Billy Hatcher egg and. Yeah.
I've had it where like I'm panicking because I'm like, why am I not strong enough? Why can't I kick it through? Oh shit! It's just like a big old mattress pillowcase.
Mm-hmm.
The worst. All right, let's get out of there and let's have Grub pick the next voicemail.
Yeah, Dumpers and Dragons.
Hey, Giant Bomb, let's play a game of Dumpers and Dragons. I'm running a sci-fi campaign and need help making a shopkeeper. Can you guys come up with a name, a race? I'm talking dwarves, elves, that kind of thing. Plus a defining characteristic. Thanks, Chris in Nova Scotia.
Does anyone have even a passing familiarity with the races in Dungeons and Dragons?
Is a bard a race?
No, Bard's a class.
Okay.
Mage is a race. No, it's a class.
No, that's a class as well. Okay, I'll Google the races. Why don't you guys get started here?
All right. Personality quirk, an ass that
Best
won't
race. This is a good Google search.
What was it, Jan?
quit. An ass that just won't quit.
Ooh. So
like that.
Fat ass, bad attitude, right?
Yes.
Dan?
Oh yeah, that's me. Yeah. That's the energy I give off.
interesting. And what is it about that ass?
Just like a real can-do attitude.
It's not actually
it's
just the ass. It's
It's
just
a Brazilian butt lifted ass for sure.
Mm.
Got a
There's
BBL.
there's a lot of races in
Yeah.
D&D, huh?
I thought you could just be anything in D&D.
If you want to run your like own homebrew campaign, Dan, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, it could be a glass of milk if you want.
You could be a glass of milk. So our shopkeeper is a glass of milk on legs.
Okay.
Love
Yeah.
it.
With an ass that won't
Hey,
quit.
it's a
Was it-
sci. The caller said sci-fi, so anything's possible.
That's
Oh
true.
sure. Oh sure.
That's true. Okay. How about just like a fridge, a talking fridge?
Ooh.
One that a horny one that hits on you. Yeah.
I like that.
So we're abandoning the milk. No more milk.
I don't
Well, there's
know.
milk in the
I-
fridge. You know, it's
I
in
like the
items.
idea that like the shopkeeper starts to like blow bubbles when it gets flustered. You know,
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got the straw sticking out of its head,
Yeah.
and yeah,
it's like
okay.
horny milk fridge. Scoob, I like
Sure.
it. I like
Horny milk fridge. There you go. There's your shopkeeper. Come back to us once you actually use that. I want to hear how that fit into your campaign.
We need a name for the fridge, though.
it. Leche.
Okay. Yeah, Leche.
No, well, it was a play on that, but
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
It works.
Was it a play or more of a mispronunciation?
no, I know leche. I know 11% of Spanish. I'll have you know.
Nice.
Okay, I have 11% of Spanish under my belt. I just came back from Mexico, Jan.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You could be
No,
a.
they said Skim Basinger. That's pretty good.
Never mind. That's the winner right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Skim Basinger.
You could be a rabbit man in D&D. Is this a real thing?
Yeah, Cat Boy.
Why not? Catboy is already
Yeah, look,
a
there's
PJ
a cat
Masks.
species there. Yeah, look at that.
Sure.
So now I'm just looking up Dungeons and Dragons stuff. Excuse me.
Okay. All right.
That's
What
just
if
an
what if
owl.
instead it's a door that's made out of milk? Right.
Okay.
We just call it Lechador.
All right. I like it. Yeah. Perfect.
We've really gone above and beyond here, I think.
There we go.
We've done
This is what
all the
happens
hard
when I
work.
hang out with all of you guys. I just absorb dad jokes.
I mean, it looks good on you. That's all I gotta say. All right, Jan, you're up.
Sportage.
Hey, dump truck crew. I was driving to a doctor's appointment today, and the car in front of me was a Kia Sportage,
Yeah.
but it had a bunch of Naruto stickers on it.
Oh.
So does that make it a Kia Sportage?
Okay.
I don't know anything about Naruto, so I hope this is funny. Have a good one.
It is.
I have a
It
question. Is that
very
funny?
Yeah, that was
Is
very
that funny?
funny.
It's fun. It is funny.
It's very
Yeah.
funny.
Why is it-
Yes.
Why is it funny?
Hokage is like, this is not even like a Naruto thing, right? Like Hokage's is like a ninjutsu thing in general, right? I don't know.
It's like Ninja Governor.
Yeah, Ninja Governor. You're the governor of ninjas. And then there's like various things that end in age. And so sportage is just a fun play on words. He did a very good job.
Points awarded. Good job, caller.
Oh, is
3
he allowed to do
podcast
that?
points.
Okay, all right.
Backlar just awarded points. He also
can't
gets
do
3
that, right?
podcast points.
I mean,
Okay.
Wait, doesn't he lose it for doing that and he doesn't have the authority?
You're right.
Whoa, whoa,
Backlar,
whoa,
you
whoa.
lose 3 podcast points, but I'll give you 6.
Can I have
all
someone
right, so I
pointing out
net
that?
3.
Okay,
Wait,
you get 4.
time out.
Okay.
Time out. I didn't realize that we were actually counting the podcast points.
We are.
Oh,
Certainly podcast points are available on any Giant Bomb podcast.
I
So
mean,
it's
that's
not
fair.
like- yeah.
yeah, but I
Okay.
just didn't know you're allowed to award them. I thought this was Jan's
Yeah,
job,
you
and now
can
I'm
do it.
like,
Yeah.
kind of, I'm like a little upset.
Oh,
Okay.
Fuck.
We all get 10. We all get 10.
Okay.
Everyone watching
All
right now, you get 10 podcast points.
Okay. All right.
The gimmicks don't get
Okay.
any more.
Okay.
They've been
All right.
podcast point rich.
That's your ass, man. All right.
Okay. All right. We'll figure this out. We will. Okay. Thank you.
Monarch of Light, you get 11. Sure. Hammond of Texas, it's your birthday. You get 12.
Whoa.
Whoa. I
I watched
owed
50
some.
episodes of Naruto.
All right,
And I don't
50
remember.
podcast points for you.
That's what's good. All right, cool. I'm done.
I watched 100.
Dan,
lie.
I don't think that's true.
That's a lie. You should take points away.
All
from me.
right.
don't know that?
Which
I
character
do.
pulled a Piccolo or a Goku and took their body weights off of them so they could move faster?
This is an easy one.
Mononoke?
All right, you know what?
It's
you
Rock
said
Lee.
you said it with enough
Akira?
half-ass conviction. 2 podcast points, Dan.
Yeah, that's more than he deserves.
All right. Got some.
Somebody
All right.
better be keeping track of all these points.
I got an Excel sheet.
Yeah.
Toilet paper. Okay. My turn. Little flap on their belly.
Not all dump trucks are garbage trucks, but I think all garbage trucks are dump trucks. You got different dump trucks, though. You got dump trucks that go back, like a garbage truck. You got dump trucks that dump to the side. You got belly dumps, dump trucks that dump out the bottom, a little flap on their belly.
Right.
Okay, bye-bye.
Well, okay. Is this like the whole thing of like not every pee-pee is a poo-poo, but every poo-poo is a pee-pee? Is that the kind of thing that they're
Wait,
going
what?
for here?
Basically what he said, yeah. Dan's just science. Leave it to the adults.
And you confused by that sentiment?
1, 2, or both.
No, like
yeah, but if you
whenever
go 2, you always go number 1,
yeah,
right?
you
Not every time.
2 and 1.
Sometimes you just
What?
I don't think I peed in
I
that
don't believe
restaurant.
you.
I didn't pee in that
You of all
restaurant.
people, I'm sure that applies to, sir. Come on.
There's definitely been times I haven't peed and I just pooped.
Oh, it must be nice to be able to lie on a podcast like that.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
I'll do it right
This
now.
is the first time I might actually be really upset with you, Dan. I don't believe you.
You dare
I'm
me
gonna-
to shit and not piss right now? I fucking swear to God I will.
I can do it. I can do it.
I swear to God I'll piss. I'll shit and not piss.
I might regret this. Next time it happens, Dan, I want you to tell us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't need to put me in the Slack channel, though. It's cool.
Yeah, create a new one for this. A garbage truck is a dump truck, but a dump truck is not always a garbage truck.
Yeah, that is what the caller is suggesting, and
Yes.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
A dump truck is just a truck that dumps like a truck, right?
Well,
Like
is it
that's-
a dump truck? Is that like the one that has the like? It could be like sand that you.
Yes,
Well,
exactly.
that's what the caller was
it's
saying.
dumping things out. It's not going
Yeah.
to the dump.
Yeah,
like
that's
it's
not
yes.
a garbage truck.
But
No.
you could, but a dump truck could carry trash like scrap metal,
seen
like
it
all
done,
that.
yeah.
Of course,
It could, but a
But I
garbage
think-
truck wouldn't like just move sand.
Right, but
Sure
a
it would.
garbage truck
Sure it would.
also dumps. It is in the dump truck family, is what he's saying.
Yeah, exactly. It would absolutely carry sand. What do you mean, Dan? Why not?
I mean, it
Garbage
could. It probably
trucks
would
like
get
the-
in the gears though, and then the smushers.
Oh, it
You
could,
just don't
I'm
see
sure.
that happen. You don't see garbage trucks like a construction.
it's not the.
sites.
It's probably not very efficient. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Hmm.
just don't see that happen.
Salt. I feel like salt trucks are like basically dump trucks, right?
Sure.
For salt in the roads.
I think a lot of dump trucks just straight up are like the salt trucks, right? Like they can
Yeah.
do both, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
you open the gate a little bit and just a little salt comes out or something. I don't know.
Totally. All right.
I'm glad
If
we
you have
figured this out.
to,
I
if you have
feel
to
better.
shovel stuff off of a truck bed, does that still count as a dump truck?
Wait,
Hmm.
if it does not dump, but you could shovel it.
That's
yeah,
not a dump
yeah.
truck. That's
No?
just a truck.
No, that's just maybe
Yeah,
a.
that's just like a pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a truck.
Okay.
That's
No pickups or dump trucks.
There has to be some type of movement. The truck has to do it.
The bed has
There
to
are
dump.
definitely
a
pickups
lever.
that dump. Like there are pickups that
Okay.
dump. but
Follow-up
most-
question. Follow-up question. What if you accidentally tip over the pickup truck and then it winds up dumping your cargo? Is that then a dump truck?
No, that's a one-time accident.
It's an accident.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an accident.
Right, that's an
Okay.
insurance claim. Yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
Yes.
Cool.
All right, look, we know what we're talking about.
We're basically as smart as toddlers about trucks. Toddlers
All
are
right.
big fans of trucks, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, oh, come on, they love trucks. I remember my kid used to watch the most mindless, insane shit on Amazon Prime. Where
Yeah.
it was literally just like a physics sandbox thing. It
Yeah.
was like a truck just dumping out marbles.
Yeah,
over
my
That
kids are
sounds
so
fun.
into that. Oh, it's like it basically was made by AI, and like
Yeah.
the truck would like drive through some paint, and then it would become that color, and it come out the other side, and then it would pick up a bunch of balls that looked like Spider-Man, and then it would drop the Spider-Man balls down a big slide or whatever. It was the shit. Honestly, I miss
that's-
those days.
Yep, and that's what Amazon was like acquiring at some point to fill up its programming. Amazon's like,
Exactly,
yep, we want that. And that's
Sounds a
what
lot
we
better than
want.
Jaws.
Definitely safer for kids, that's for sure. We only got 2 left, so let's get right to them. First one, local show, .mp3.
Hey guys, Dan Park. This is more for just Bacalar because he, like I, is a New Jerseyan, and with that territory comes the local show territory. And I'm just kind of wondering what his best memory of a local show is. Like, could be funny, could be just fucking the rippingest band he saw as a fucking teenager. Like, shit. What did it for you?
Well, I'm sure we could all answer this because we've all gone to shows as children, teenagers, right?
Sure.
The scene, you know, I grew up going to shows in Asbury Park at the Stone Pony, in New York City, the Wetlands, Irving Plaza. I think the most memorable show that I was at was probably the Stone Pony in like maybe 96, 97, where Less Than Jake was headlining and Blink 182 was opening for them. And for whatever reason, I don't know what it was. Blink is from West Coast. Less Than Jake is a Florida band. But people fucking hated Blink 182. And they literally had to stop playing a show because they were having so much shit thrown at them.
Wow.
Like this is before Travis Barker too. So I don't like I knew who they were. I wasn't this is probably like Cheshire Cat days. It's like pre Dude Ranch, I would imagine. I think. But people just like I don't know what it is. There's in those scenes and those like the ska and the punk rock and all that, there's always like bands that get like reputations for whatever reason back then for very petulant reasons, I'm sure. Where like people are just like, fuck this band, they suck. And unfortunately a lot had happened to opening bands. Like people would just be like, fuck you, you're opening for the band I'm here to see, therefore you're the enemy, and you would just get shit on. Real cool stuff, let me tell
The
you.
90s sounds like a really responsible era.
Yeah.
I mean, look, like
You should watch the
compared to like
documentaries on
other
Woodstock
times,
back then.
Yeah.
compared to other times, like look, I am in no way romanticizing this, and I'm not proud of it. That's just sort of how it was, and it wasn't exclusive to New Jersey. That was just like how it was in those scenes all on both coasts. But yeah, that was definitely a memory for me where I was just like, wow, that is insane. The only other memory I will say real quick is not a local show by any stretch. In early 2000s, I was touring with a band that got to go to like a festival, and the headliner of the festival was Green Day, and they had arranged where like we were able to just watch the entire show on stage to the side, seeing Green Day in like, I don't know, 2002, 2003, like that was amazing. That's definitely a memory that sticks out for sure.
I probably told this before, but Polaris Parkway, right down the street from where I lived in Ohio, in Columbus, Ozfest would come every year, and we would go and we'd have the mosh pits early and stuff like that, and it was always fun. But every year at Ozfest, they would resod it at the beginning of the season, the part that wasn't the seating, the lawn. They would resod it, and then every year, right at the start of Ozfest, as soon as like a really big band would start playing, people would take out their pocket knives, dig up some sod, some grass, pick it up, and just start throwing it in the air. And it would be like, at first it'd be like 10, like all 10 in the air at one time, and then about 20 minutes later, the entire surface area of grass is just up in the sky, and there's literally thousands of balls of grass flying back and forth the entire night. And it's like the bands are just like, that's fucking weird. It's like that's what they're, and then we play music and we're just throwing grass back and forth. And it was every year we would do it, and they would resod it every year. They got like Steely Dan playing next week, so we got to have grass out there. So yeah, I'll never forget those.
Concerts when we grew up.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm sorry. What?
The
Are you
question
just like catching up?
well, yeah, I'm just saying the local part. It's not a local artist, right? Just seeing concerts.
No, like a local venue, like a local house show, like a local, not like a big arena kind of thing, or if you have that experience.
I got two from the same venue. Do you want George Clinton or George Thorogood?
Clinton.
Okay, George Clinton, Parliament Funkadelic. My first time seeing him at City Market in Kansas City.
Nice.
I was like 16. I'm like, maybe 99, 2000. And I'm there with my friend Charlie, and we're standing there. It's a funky show. And at one point, halfway through, I start smelling something, and I was like, "What is that?" And Charlie's like, "Oh, the people in front of you are smoking weed." And I was like, "Oh God, that's so close. That is, if I'm smelling it, that means I'm inhaling it." And I just was freaking out the rest of the show and the whole ride home that I might have inhaled marijuana. And I was just like in the car, I was like, "Oh God, am I feeling weird? Am I seeing stuff? Am I just yeah?" So that was cool. That was cool, teenage Dan.
Did you call the cops?
I should have.
You got one, Jan?
It's probably the most Asian / Bay Area thing to happen, but there were a lot of open mics at boba shops in my youth.
Whoa.
Yeah, just real cool guy stuff happening. Just spoken word while people are sipping on boba.
Sounds like my scene.
Pretty much.
Do you like Boba, Dan? Boba's great.
I was really excited about it because I thought it was going to be like Orbits. Like when I moved out to San Francisco, I thought it'd be because I loved Orbits. I love gimmicks, and it was the gimmick was there's a bunch of little like candy balls and a drink. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, that's a whole thing out here in San Francisco. I lived in the Sunset. There was a billion boba places. I was like, I'm gonna get big into boba, and I went to one place, and it was like a yogurt thing or something. It was just like this is not candy, and it freaked me out and I threw it away and never had it again. Yeah,
it's too chewy.
Yeah. I don't eat yogurt. Yogurt freaks me out. So.
Yeah, totally. Me too.
Cottage cheese?
Never had it. Never will.
There's no way.
Don't like looking at it.
I know.
Don't like looking at it.
Yeah,
it's delicious. I really like the
good name
Trader
of
Joe
cheese.
brand. Look, you the beauty of your life, Dan, is that you still have so many experiences yet to have. Like that's the beauty of it.
Now,
in a way, I'm jealous. I just want to bring up this one concert I went to in 1994 as well. It was one of the first concerts I ever went to. It was the Z100 acoustic Christmas concert. Z100 was the alternative radio station in New York back then. This was their first like big concert. It was at Madison Square Garden. I was 12 years old. I saw Green Day. I saw Weezer. I saw Hole. I saw bands like it was amazing. But I'll never forget, unfortunately, it was the same year that Kurt Cobain killed himself, and Courtney Love, headlining Hole, gets on stage, and I'm sure this is documented somewhere. I've never actually heard this story retold, but she is saying the most batshit crazy, like outlandish stuff ever. And she's like telling the entire, how many people fit in the garden? 14,000, something like that. She's screaming at everyone to say the N-word.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
And that scene stays with me in such a crazy way. I'll never forget, and I'm there with my buddy and his mom. Okay. I'm 12 and I'm just and we're on the floor too. We had seats on the floor. And I just remember being like, A, when's Green Day coming on? And then B, just I was just like, what? What the fuck is actually happening?
This doesn't seem right. This is wrong.
This can't be okay. I'm 12 and I know this is horrific. Yeah, like I'll just never forget that. And I'll never forget Green Day playing, and for the encore, Billy Joe came out butt naked and played. I forget what, I think it was the song She.
Billy Joel came out?
Nope.
Yeah, Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Billy Joel loves to be naked on stage.
Wait, you said you're in the garden and you said Billy Joel? What?
Yeah, Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But like, that makes more sense, but still, just dong out of the garden?
Yeah, like he
didn't get arrested?
Hey, it was the
First
90s.
Amendment, Dan. You can do whatever you want on stage.
It was the 90s, baby.
Yell at everyone
I love the
say
cop in the
N-word.
room. We should arrest him.
I mean, that's against the law. That's against the law.
Not on the stage. For First Amendment, it really is. It's not illegal. It's performance.
Billy Joel could walk out there with his dick out, and then no court can convict him.
I mean, I don't know why you want to put these guys in jail so bad, Dan. But like,
I'm just saying, I want to understand the law.
It would be very hard to get. I mean, you could sue him. Yeah, you could sue him in civil court.
I'm not going to sue him. I'm not going to sue him. I'm just surprised that they didn't get in trouble.
You would probably lose.
I mean, you had to at least put a sock on it, like the Chili Peppers or something.
Right, like be respectful. Come on,
put a sock on that dick, will you please? Like Anthony Kiedis and the rest of us. No, like I feel like you've got like Mrs. Maisel brain, where you're like, oh, if you said fuck at a comedy club in the 50s, you'd go to jail. You know, like that kind of thing.
Lenny Bruce did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And he's the reason you could be naked on stage now.
Yes,
Well,
that's the
basically,
whole- Yeah, let's clap it up. Look, it's all about learning here too. It's a call show, but it's also a learning show.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The educational tag on Apple Podcasts. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone thinks you're a cop now.
Chat says, tell Dan about Gigi Allen. That guy.
Oh,
that guy was up to something.
Just watch the documentary.
He was up to something.
Todd Phillips,
God.
before Todd Phillips was like, oh, I should just make like frat boy comedies. He did a documentary about Gigi Allen, and it is fucking insane.
Excuse me, Todd Phillips makes art. The Joker? Come on.
I mean, look, we'll just leave it at that, okay? Yeah. All right, we got one voicemail, folks, left. This is great. What a show. What a pleasure.
We all get 2.5 podcast points for getting a flush royale.
Yeah.
So take your favorite video game character and replace all of the vowels in their name with OOB. We do one example for you.
Oh, God.
Zelda is Zoobldoob.
Come on.
Okay, love you, bye.
OOB?
OOB.
All right, hang on. Let me see
Come
here.
on.
I'm typing it out.
Yeah. I can...
Okay, just
this
for
is gonna
poops and
fuck
giggles, I put Noob Cybot, and then Noob Cybot becomes New Boob Sue Boob Boobed.
Waluigi turns into Woo Blue Boob Goob.
Oh, wait, hang on. Yeah, my Coober Boob is Kirby. Coober Boob.
Goober Boob.
Give me that Coober Boob. Let's go ahead and do King DDD.
Wait, it's OOB?
OOB.
Yeah.
What if your favorite character was an ooblet?
Well, that's like an oobloob.
So who's this? Kroobs Rube Foobs.
Kroobs Rube Froob?
Chris Redfield?
Oh, wow.
Kubig Dooba 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 Doob.
We're smart guys here.
That's King DDD. There you go.
Okay.
Wait.
This is so stupid.
Two boob, doo boob, doo. Yeah, I can't even do it. Jesus. This is fun.
Kloob,
This is
boobed, stoob, foob.
Let's make this the new Pig
Clear-
Latin. This will be our new language.
Yeah.
It's just wrestling lingo and oob stuff.
What was yours, Jan?
Cloud Strife.
Cloud Strife, right.
Oh, I forgot an R there. My bad.
Yeah.
Stroob,
All right.
foob.
What's an R among Ubers? Yeah.
Try this. Lubrube Krubst.
Lubrube.
Lubrube Krubooft.
Leroy. No. Laura Croft?
Leon Kennedy?
No, you got-
Yeah.
That was the original name, but this is a wise choice to change it, I think.
I like this. Yeah.
This is great. Thank you, caller. What a gift.
Do Y's count as vowels? Or are we doing the sometimes rule?
Kirby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Coober Doob.
Doob.
Oh, what a weird thing, but a great thing at the same time.
Yeah, I
right?
appreciate it.
Hoob,
What a gift.
noob, hoob.
Oob Gooped 47. There you go.
Fantastic.
Oh boy.
Two noob hoop hoop.
Come on. Somebody- oh shit. That's gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen.
They get 50
gotta-
podcast points.
Wow.
Yeah, seriously.
That's a good
Everyone
one.
deserves them. Spread them around. 707 Exaflu is our phone number. Please go and check it out. Check out the merch store. Store.giantbomb.com. You can get a voicemail dump truck inspired t-shirt there, which is a very exciting thing. Please go do that. Check that out. We will be back with a brand new dump next week. And until then, thank you so very much, Dan, Jeff, and Jan. We'll see you next time, everyone. Thank you, callers. Thank you, viewers. Have a good one.